Hey everybody, Adam here with Hometown Acres. Welcome back to what is hopefully the last day that our pond is dry and empty. The plan for today is to haul in the last 15 or 20 loads of clay. We've already got a good start on it now. Bring the excavator in here and dig out all of this slop in the bottom here, because you can't just take good dry clay and go over top of wet clay. You'll end up sinking the dozer in that pit right there. And we can't really access that top up there with the bulldozer because he's just sliding down the hill. It's too steep. So we'll probably get this all packed in nice and tight, and then we may end up taking the excavator up to the top side up there and get all of that shaped and then packed in. I don't know if we'll use the roller or if we'll use the excavator up there to just kind of stomp everything in, because this section right here is pretty steep for the roller. And then once the upper pond is all done, rolled in, shaped and everything, we'll come down here and spend some time getting this new lower pond shaped up. I mentioned before, it's not going to be as big as it is right now. We'll end up digging out this whole section right here fairly deep, putting all that excess material up on the high side, and then bulldozing down some topsoil on top of it, because we'd rather have a smaller, deeper pond than a wider, shallower pond, because that'll be less surface area for water to evaporate from, as well as less area for algae to grow in, less sunlight hitting the water, which will provide better water quality for the water that we're going to pump up to the upper pond up there. All right, we got all the nasty stuff out of there. Time to start putting the good stuff back in, so at least we can work in here, get the roller in here and get this compacted, start working up this wall too. I did ask him, I said, if we've got enough material, I'd like to maybe lessen this slope as well, so it's easier to get the bulldozer and the roller on it. stuck anywhere, it's going to be right in there. He's going to be rolling this geomat down. This is where the water comes in from his French drain style up there, catches all the water. Put this down, keep the water from cutting a groove into the new clay there. So that'll go all the way in down to the bottom. It's a big roll of it. He better hurry up because he's going to get dumped on with some rain coming in. Well, it was a quick one. 10 minutes of rain, enough to shut us down for the day. We got about a little over 1/4 of an inch of rain, and I think that's going to put a kibosh on moving any more dirt today. As you can see, we got plenty of water moving, everything's wet. Live to fight another day, I guess. So it turns out live to fight another day wasn't going to be the next day, because we woke up to this, another rainstorm. And actually we got so much rain in this day. We had 2 separate storms. The first storm put down 1 inch of rain, and the second storm later on in the day put down 2 inches of rain. We got over 3 inches of rain the next day. And here you can see just how much water our French drain is able to collect. It's coming out of there like a fire hydrant. And it's a good thing we got that geomat down, because it is doing a pretty good job of protecting the clay we just got done rolling in. Here's a quick look at the watershed that comes down to the new pond. You can see it kind of runs down this hill. I need to get that seeded with grass to help prevent erosion. And obviously we still need to do some shaping around the edges to allow that water to actually get into the pond instead of pooling outside the pond. But you can see this area does collect water very nicely. It should make a nice pond. I wish that this rain would have happened after everything was all finished, because it's just going to make a huge mess trying to finish it now. But at least it does give us a proof of concept. So after the first storm finished up that put down over 1 inch of rain, I knew I wasn't going to be able to get back in the pond to do any more compacting, and I still had a few hours of rental time left on the roller, so I thought I'd come out here and do a bit of lawn rolling, smooth out the yard to make my life mowing a little easier. Normally spring is the best time to do this because the ground is the softest, but hey, we just got 1 inch of rain. And then all my motivation for being productive today went out the window when storm number 2 rolled in and put down over 2 inches of rain. And then what really blows me away is just how quickly the pond is filling up. Less than 24 hours ago, I was down in the bottom there with the roller. This is easily the fastest start we've ever had to filling the pond. I'm not going to say that's due to the clay holding water any better. It's just due to the tremendous amount of rainfall we're getting in the first day that the pond is in. And then for as hard as we have tried to protect this clay, there's just not much you can do when it puts down 2 inches of rain in under an hour. You can see our French drain's completely overwhelmed. All that water is rushing in and running outside of our barrier. I mean, we are catching probably 80 to 90% of the water, but we still have some running to the outside. Well, the new pond's just about full. That only took 2 days. Still coming in. Still got to dig this out a little deeper, so we're probably gonna have to pump this back down because I still want to dig that about another 5 feet deeper than it is right now. Well guys, just goes to show you can't win for losing when you're trying to dig a pond. I think we have done everything right up to this point. This clay looks awesome. We've put it down thick enough, I think. But you still just can't factor in for Mother Nature. You know, when you are waiting for rain to try to fill the pond, you get the 2 driest summers we've had in probably a decade. And then the second you open it up to try to seal it from leaking, you end up getting a ½ inch of rain one day and over 3 inches of rain the next day. And just completely slows down the project. Down here, I really wanted that to dry out one more day so I could get in there with the roller and get that all rolled. It was just still a little bit too wet to be able to get up those sides. So it is what it is at this point. We're just gonna let it go. I think we've got it rolled in tight enough that hopefully it will hold. I want to bring the excavator up on the top side there and tamp in the sides as best I can. I know it's not gonna be as good as a roller, but it'll be better than just leaving it like it is right now. But yeah, this is the fastest the pond has ever gotten to this level. Probably about 24 hours of rain. It rained Monday afternoon and then Tuesday all day, and here we are Wednesday, and this is how full it is already. And then here is a look at the new pond, and I don't think in its current form it could take another drop of water. If I zoom in on the edges over there, we are all the way up to full water height right there. I still want to, you know, shave this down basically from that point to this point right here, dig that down, and right in this section here, it's probably only 2 or 3 feet deep. So I really want to dig that down to make it deeper. We've already talked about it. Take all that material, stack it up here, push the topsoil back on top, and give us a nice flat spot on the high side of the pond here. And in order to do that work, we're going to have to pump this water out. And unfortunately, right now, we are not set up yet to pump this water up to the new pond, so we're gonna have to just waste it down into the yard down there so we can get in here to work. But this does give me hope that this pond down here will at least fill with water. I mean, this is the first time we've ever had a full pond here on the property, and it only took 24 hours. So I am feeling optimistic that we've got good clay in the upper pond, and we now have a water source to pump up to the upper pond. We just now need to find some kind of pump that will lift this water 45 foot of head pressure up to the upper pond. So that'll be a problem for another day. Right now we got to go ahead and get this pumped out, and Ralph's going to be here in a little bit to finish grading the rest of this pond. Hope you guys enjoyed this one. If you did, give me a big thumbs up, click that subscribe button, and I'll catch you on the next one. Thanks for watching.